Hi, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'm going to talk about Azure Security Center. Security Center helps you prevent, detect, and respond to threats with increased visibility into and control over the security of your Azure resources. It provides integrated security monitoring and policy management access across your subscriptions. Basically, Security Center is where you can set policies, and based on the policies, the data will be collected by Azure and analyzed, and based on the policies you set, a certain set of recommendations will be provided to you in Azure Security Center, and you can act upon those recommendations. Not only that, Azure automatically collects some information and consuming patterns and everything, and detect any threats to your Azure resources and provide alerts to you. So let's go through some of the key capabilities of Azure Security Center. The first one is Prevent, where you can define policies for Azure subscriptions and resource groups, and also Azure Resources Security State Monitoring. The second one is Detect, automatically collects and analyzes security data from Azure resources, and you can leverage global threat intelligence from Microsoft products and services, and Microsoft applies advanced analytics. Some of the features associated with Detect might not be available for free tier. You need to have a premium tier for some of these advanced analytics. And the third one is Respond, provides prioritized security incidents and alerts. In Security Center, you can able to view the security incidents or alerts, and you can also configure email IDs to which an alert has to be sent whenever a threat is detected. And also Security Center offers insight into the source of the attack and suggests a way to stop the attack and prevent future attacks. So these are the high-level capabilities of Azure Security Center. So let's go through them a bit more detail. First one is security policies. A security policies defines the set of controls which are recommended for resources within the specified subscription or resource group. In Azure Security Center, you can define policies for your Azure subscriptions and resource groups according to your company security requirements and type of applications or sensitivity of the data in each subscription. Next lecture is a lab where we will go into Azure Security Center, and I'm going to show you how you can set a policy at your subscription or resource group level. Everything will become clear once we go through that lab. You need to remember you can set policies at two different levels. One is at subscription level, another one is at resource group level. If you set a policy at a subscription level, it will get automatically propagated to all resource groups within that subscription. However, if you set policies both at subscription level and resource group level, the resource group level policy takes precedence. This is extremely important, and you need to remember this both from exam perspective and design perspective. And finally, whenever you change policies, all these policy changes are always logged in Azure Audit Log so that you can view who changed it, what has been changed, etc. So this is the first key step of Security Center where you set the policies. Let's go to the next step, which is data collection. When you are defining the policies, you can enable this data collection. Based on the security policy set, Security Center collects the data from virtual machines in order to assess their security state and provide security recommendations and alert you to threats. By default, data collection is enabled on all virtual machines in a subscription. If you want, you can opt out of the same at a subscription level, but it is generally strongly recommended to have this data collection enabled. When the data collection is enabled, data that is collected will be stored in the storage account for further analysis. When you enable this data collection, you can specify in which storage account this particular data, i.e. security data, needs to be stored. However, if you don't specify any storage account, a default storage account will get created. So bear in mind, when you see something in your resource groups with a resource group name security data, then don't think that it is some sort of virus or spam. And data can be collected from Azure services, network traffic, partner solution, and virtual machines. So let's go to the third step now, which is security recommendations. Based on the security policies you set, the security recommendations will be provided to you on a regular basis. So Security Center periodically analyzes the security state of your resources. When the Security Center identified the potential security vulnerabilities, it creates recommendations. As I said earlier, in order to get these recommendations, first you set the security policies, you will turn on the data collection, and you will choose which recommendations to see as part of your security policy. I'm going to show you how to do all these three steps as part of our Security Center lab. And I just provided a picture here to show you how recommendations will get displayed in Security Center. Don't worry about it. We are having a lab where I'm going to show you these things anyway. And then there are different types of recommendations that will be provided by Security Center. I just listed down the major categories are application recommendations, network recommendations, SQL service recommendations, and application recommendations. I'm not going to go through each one of them, but I would recommend you to pause this video here and read through all these things, or else I have provided you a link in the resource section of this particular lecture. You can go through that link to see all the security recommendations. And finally, the last one is detect and respond. Security Center threat detection works by automatically collecting the security information from your Azure resources, the network, and connected partner solutions. It analyzes this information, often correlating information from multiple resources to identify threats. So in Security Center, as I said earlier, you can configure an email ID to which whenever Security Center identifies a threat, it will send an email to that particular email ID. Security alerts are prioritized in Security Center along with recommendations how to remediate the threat. So these are the general capabilities associated with Security Center. In general, the first thing you do is set up a policy and enable the data collection. And based on the security controls that are enabled in the policy, the data will be collected and analyzed, and the corresponding recommendations will be provided by Security Center. In addition to this, whenever a threat is identified, Security Center will detect it and send you the alerts. In terms of the detect and response, the capability will vary based on basic or premium tiers. Next lecture is a lab where I'm going to take you through the Security Center and I'm going to show you all the things that we discussed in this particular lecture. See you in the next lab.